For the capital of a nation at war, Saigon abounds with a phenomenal number of young men of draft age in sharp civilian clothes. Saigon cowboys, they're called. It's a war profiteer's economy, fanned by the forced draft of American money. They counted a good year in Saigon when the prices only go up by 25%.
Years of American presence and the tens of billions of US dollars that came with it had transformed much of South Vietnam, creating a false economy that was utterly dependent on that presence becoming perpetual.
Since the U.S. began its big buildup in the mid-60s, millions of dollars worth of goods have entered the country each month. Some economists say 10% or more of the cargo is diverted into black market channels.
With so much money flowing into the country, corruption and crime inevitably grew. Government officials were on the take. So were many ARVN officers. Policemen could not be trusted.
Who benefit from the financial aspect of the war? Generals. Don't deny that. Then they get the money. Then they become richer. We have a term, and I call it, they are war profiteers. From Thieu and Key down to every echelon.
The Vietnamese had a saying, the house leaks from the roof on down. Cái nhà dốt từ cái nóc nhà đi xuống. And that was, of course, their way to elliptically refer to the ever-present nagging problem of corruption.
They were stealing from us and selling to anybody. Two-man helicopter, you want one of those? They got it in a box in the back. Probably get it for 12,000 bucks if you negotiated strongly. The corruption was endemic, and we tolerated it.
Tons of American goods piled up on Saigon's docks. Some GIs took advantage too. U.S. products flowed out the back doors of PXs. In just 1 year, the black market cost the U.S. military $2 billion.
The impact of the war has disrupted the ancient patterns of Vietnamese life. The cities are crowded to the bursting point with people uprooted from the land and the ancestral values of a rural-oriented society, but who have found nothing to replace them.
Before U.S. troops arrived, 8 out of 10 South Vietnamese lived in villages. By the end of the 1960s, almost half would be crowded into urban areas. Saigon's population tripled to 3 million. Half the refugees had no permanent shelter. Cholera and typhoid killed thousands. Hungry children roamed the streets, scavenging, begging, searching for jobs to do or pockets to pick. Tens of thousands of young women left their village homes and came to Saigon to become bar girls and prostitutes.